You know, I was gonna leave this one alone, but then I felt like I can't deprive the people of such an outrageous story. So get ready for the full-length movie story. The story of Turquoise, serial killer in the projects. I don't know if y'all ready for this one. Make sure y'all check my new video with my bro Foul. You heard Fort Greene in the building was populated. You heard Brownsville, Brooklyn on deck. It's called Brooklyn Thug-ish. And it's fire, you heard? And I filmed this whole video with my iPhone 13 Pro. Cause I'm nasty like that.
I run up to him, and I hit this with everything in me. I hit him with every emotion I had in my body. Like everything that I could think of, like my mom's beating me, all that. Anything that I can think of, I hit this dude with. Yes, sir. All right. So first, let me let it be known that what we talking about is past tense, and we're not talking for glorification. You know what I'm saying? We family men. You know what I'm saying? This is something that happened decades ago. You know what I mean? We ain't glorifying the penal system. You know what I'm saying? We doing the right thing out here. We're doing guys right now. You know what I mean?
Fact.
Yeah. So, all right, now we're gonna go back to 1992. 1992, 16. You know, and he set me up north, first bid, never been up north before, 16 years old. And he said, the first thing he said, it's your first bid, so you can go, you can go home in 6 months if you go to SHOT program. You have a SHOT program in Lakeview. Yeah. You can go there, do 6 months, and go home. So I said, yeah, that sounds better than what I got to do in years. So they sent me to SHOT. Went to Lakeview. Got there, police was on, they all on some militant shit. They all in your face. It's like the army. They all in your face, and they get disrespectful at times. So first incident is police tried to force me to do something I didn't want to do. So the police tried to physically put hands on me. I grabbed the police, pushed the police fell. They pulled a pin. Said I assaulted the officer and all that. The police rushed me, took me out, took me and put cuffs on me. And this is my first time up north, so I don't know where the hell they take me. They take me through some back door. It's pitch black. You know what I mean? I'm thinking I'm in the woods somewhere. They like, yeah, you heard about the guy that we killed up here? They're like, yeah, you gonna be next. So I'm like, oh shit, this how it's going down up here. So they take me to some woods, and it looked like some woods. It's like it was all dark, but they really taking me to the box. So they're like, yeah, I think we could dump this motherfucker. That's what they tell me. They're like, yeah, we gonna dump him. We gonna get, you know what I mean? So they talking about like killing me or whatever. So we get in the box. They whip on me a little bit. You know what I mean? Then they put me in my cell, left me in my cell, whatever. I got the ticket. When I got the ticket, it said assault, but the assault was crossed out. I don't know if they did the investigation, because I really didn't assault the officer. They tried to put hands on me, and I tried to get him up off me, and the officer fell. So that's what happened. So I did a little time in the box. I got out the box. Now they put me back in the program, in the shop. I got to start over. Now I'm in there with my comrade, Sunshine, that's on the line right now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm in the house with him. I'm in the house with, rest in peace, Issa Van Dyke. You know what I mean? That's the comrade right there, rest in peace. It was me, Sunshine, Issa, and it was Percy from Howard Project, Dorian brother, Percy from Howard Projects. We all in the same house. So now we in there, getting with the program to do what we got to do. You know what I mean? And then the next incident is first it was a captain on Captain West. He told me, he said, yo, He said, he told me he saw I had an attitude. He said, you need this program. I want you to do this program and whatever. So I'm like, all right. So, trying to do the program so I can go home. The thing is to make it to the town. So one day we in the mess hall. And dudes was rushing. So we online leaving out the mess hall. My tray hit the back of this dude's back. Hit his back. So he turned around. He was like, the fuck you doing? He smacked my tray. So my tray damn near dropped. I grabbed my tray. I walks it to the garbage. I ain't say nothing to him. I walks it to the garbage. Put it in the garbage. Went outside and I said, homie, when we get back to the house, me and you gonna go in the bathroom and handle our business. So he said, what? He just swung on me. So the nigga swung on me. And when he swung on me, I went to go at him. Everybody rushed me. They was like, yo, homie, just chill. They was like, just chill. The police ain't see it. Just wait till we get back to the house. So I'm like, all right. Start walking, going back to the house. I think about it now. My adrenaline running. I'm like, I can't let this dude get back to that. Wait, I can't let this shit go like this. So I run up to him, and I hit this nigga with everything in me. I hit him with every emotion I had in my body, like everything that I could think of, like my mom's beating me, all that. Anything that I can think of. When I hit him, this nigga fell. Everybody crowding around. So the nigga fell. I went to go on top of him. When I went to go on top of him to finish him off, I see his eyes was crossed. So he was already gone. He was gone already. I didn't realize his jaw was broken, all that. I never broke nobody's jaw. I never did that before. This is, I never knew I could break somebody's jaw. But, he was out of it. So they picked him up. He fell back down. So that was into that. He got back to the house. Sergeant came and all that. And they was talking about what happened. And they was like, yo, look at this guy's jaw. And they was like making a big thing about it. But they didn't take us to the box. They said they won't give us a chance to finish the program, which is crazy. So unheard of.
I think before that, bro, remember they was coming around trying to check knuckles.
Oh yeah, see. Oh yeah, because they wasn't sure who hit him, right?
They wasn't sure who did them filthy, so they started checking everybody's knuckles.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So then they found out it was me. Then they was like, they was talking to us. So they called me and him. They talked to us. And they said they're gonna give us a chance. I never forget that was like on a Thursday. So then that happened on a Thursday. So then they had to. I know he had to go to the hospital. They had to wire his jaw and all that. So everybody kept talking about what happened to him or whatever. And I see that was getting to him. Like that everybody kept talking about it. So he was, I guess, embarrassed. We still in the same house. But one day, I know that was a Thursday that happened. On a Saturday, we in a mess hall. And Ethan was telling me, he's like, yo, son, watch this nigga. Because he's like, yo, the nigga can't even eat. So I'm like, he ain't going to do nothing. That nigga ain't going to do nothing. So he leaving out of the mess hall. The nigga was in back of me. The nigga swung on me. He swung on me. He was leaving out of the mess hall. So when the nigga swung on me, I turned around. I was just shocked. I'm like, this. And I seen him. It was him again. I was like, this nigga, and he punched me. And he swung on me again when I turned around. So when he swung on me again, that's when I commenced the whooping on him again. And this time I went all the way. I was going all the way in. I hit this nigga in his forehead, low in the middle. I hit this nigga I was hitting him with everything. And he fell. When he fell, I got on top of him and I started to finish him off. So that's when everybody was Sunshine, Issa, Percy, everybody coming and shit. And the Spanish dudes was like, yo, they was trying to break it up. And on Percy, Sunshine, Issa was like, nah, he hit him first. Let him finish him off. So I'm finishing them off. So then the police come. They take us to the clinic, and they was laughing at them. They was like, yo, last couple days ago you had your head x-rayed. No, he had to get his jaws x-rayed. Now he got to get his head x-rayed. So they was kind of joking about it because he was like in his 20s and I was 16. So then they took us to the box. So from the box, now I'm like, now I'm done with the program. They got me in the box, so it was a wrap. And But I heard that they was taking this picture while we was in the box and showing it to people in the jail, saying this is what happens in here, whatever. So
Yeah.
wow, you remember that sound?
Yeah, that's when they was trying. Yeah, they was doing that and letting people know, oh, yo, this is what can happen to you, or you could go through. Because if you don't finish the program, you're gonna go through this right here. And what dorm was that? Because they was sending everybody that was going outside the dorm. They was sending everybody to that dorm, and that's where they was saying it happened at, and it didn't happen there. But I remember it was one of them dorms where, like, if you signed out the program, when you got kicked out of the program, you went there. I don't know if it was A and B dorm.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. When it was a dorm that everybody that getting kicked out go to. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was the closest dorm to. That's what they were saying, beloved. They was saying that they was showing the picture, and they was saying that if you know, you can go home, you know, the whole 6-month thing, and it's really not a bad program, and but if you don't, this is what happens in such and such.
They kicked the other dude out too?
Yeah, both of us went to the box. Yep. But the crazy shit happened after that, because it's like they put both of us in the box for fighting, and then when I was in the box one day, I'm sitting there, I'm stressed out. I'm like, damn, I fucked up my chances of going home. I ain't going home. I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? So I'm in there stressed. So I'm like, damn, I need to get home, man. The fuck, I only had a few months to go. I could have chilled out. My mom's gonna be mad at me. I'm thinking all kind of shit. So yeah, now I'm sitting in my cell one day, and I look up at the door, and all I saw was blue eyes. It's Captain West, the same captain I told you that told me he wanted me to do the program because I needed it. So he told me to open his cell. He said, open. Told me to open my cell. They opened my cell. He went to come in, and the CO came behind. He told him to leave. So he told him to leave. So he's like, yo. He said, you got what you wanted, huh? He's like, you got what you wanted. I said, nah, that ain't what I wanted. So he's like, yo, you really messed that kid up. He started laughing. I'm like, this is a joke. He laughing. He like, yeah, you really messed that kid's face up, man. You really messed him up, man. So I'm trying not to laugh. He laughing. So then he said, what you want? He said, what do you want? He said, what? And this just blew my mind. He's like, what do you want? He said, tell me, what do you want? I got juice in here. What do you want? I said, I want to go back to my house, finish the program. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to start over. I want to go back to my same house that I was in, finish the program. He said, write me a letter asking for a time cut out the box. Just write me a letter. Write a letter saying that you requesting a time cut. I was like, all right. I wrote him the letter saying I request a time cut out the box. A couple days later, I was back in the house. Where's that sunshine? Yeah, I was back in the house.
But I want to also say this, and you know, because people take things wrong. Captain West really invested in a lot of brothers up here, man.
Yeah.
He looked out for a lot of brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to give you that, because you know we always get and cracking this and cracking that. And ain't nobody sitting here trying to be like, oh, everybody gotta get a Captain West, because some of them is scurvy like that. You know, they'll do that so they could, you know, have something on you. But Captain West was looking out, man. He was looking out. There's mad times I could have been in the box too, and they was just giving me stuff like logs to carry and stuff like that. So he would look out. He would look out for brothers. He really did have I don't know if it was a personal interest in seeing a lot of us go, or it was economical, because certain amount of people had to graduate. But I just wanted to put that in there, because he was looking out for brothers.
I'm sure in some of those facilities is actually some policemen that, you know, they really want to see dudes not come back to jail. You feel me? Is a handful of them. You understand? Or they wouldn't even want to work in Lakeview. You understand? It's a handful of them that really feel like, yo, man, we could put a dent in the recidivism rate in this shit if we really teach these dudes some shit.
That's definitely true, because you know, and Conrad, you could attest to this. It was mad distraction, see, because you can't smoke in there, you can't do that, and we was working out with females. Yeah. That shit was crazy. Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? There was mad distractions, and God was getting caught doing things, and he would really look out like, yo, man, what are you doing? You mean to tell me this? You know, like this is worth you not going home, like stuff like that. And Conrad, he's right here on the phone with you, letting you know one of his scenarios where he actually could have just let Conrad go to Green or Kasaki or Washington, where they were sending brothers to.
How much time you had if you wouldn't have went back to Shock? How much time you would have had to do?
I didn't have a lot of time. I actually had like 2 years to do, but that's 6 months down to better than 2 years at 16.
Yeah.
You know,
I take that 6 months over that 2 years anytime. But like, yo, remember on Rikers Island, and I don't know if they still got it, but it used to be some shit called Super High Impact. And I know, dude,
I heard about that.
It was like Shock on Rikers Island. And,
The name for it on Rikers Island was Super High Impact, but you know the lingo we called it was just the annex.
Oh, that's what y'all was calling?
Yeah, it was called the annex or the bubble. The Sprungs was the same thing because you had the Sprungs for the adolescents, and then you had the bubble and all that for the adults. But the Sprungs was for the adolescents. I think that was right outside C-74.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I never got a chance to see the Sprungs, in C-74, but I heard about them shits.
The Sprungs.
I was in the Sprungs one time. But
dudes in the building used to call dudes in the Sprung gangsters.
I remember they used to threaten niggas, tell niggas in the Sprungs, act up, we gonna send you to the building.
That's
what they used to say.
Yeah.
It's a lot of brothers though, not because your brother. It's a lot of brothers that used to go out there just to live better. Because you know how it was.
That shit was sweet. The Sprungs was sweet.
It was a lot of old timers playing adolescent, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you get out there and you already done been in juvenile detention centers all your life, and then you come in there 23, 24, 25, saying you 17, you so advanced, they was running the Sprungs and stuff like that.
So you ended up completing that Shock that time?
Nah. I went back to the house, and then the COs was mad because Captain West let me out. They was like, yo, he wasn't supposed to do that. You know, there's favoritism. No, they didn't like it, so the police would be beefing with me, saying, yeah, Gad, hit me in my jaw. Gad, hit me. My jaw's stronger. They'd be pushing me, trying to push my buttons. And Captain West came to the house and was like, yo, he said, he pulled me to the side. He said, listen. He said, this is his exact words. He said, I put my job on the line for you. He said, don't fuck me. Just like that. He said, don't fuck me. I put my job on the line for you, so you can go home. Don't fuck me. He said, matter of fact, your last name is West from now on. Your last name is West. You are my son. That's what he said. You are my son.
You know, I remember that.
You remember that?
Yo, I remember that.
And he's up to the house and say, "Where's my son at? Where's my son? How's he doing? Yeah." And I was trying to chill.
Yeah, we just brought that back.
Yeah, he's like, "You my son." And it just blew my mind. There's a white man saying I'm his son. He want me to do the right thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he used to ask tell us how's he doing. And the CEO didn't like it, but he's over them. So, you know, they couldn't mess with him. But they used to harass me when he wasn't around sometimes, saying, yo, they right, I don't agree with him. And the police used to beef with me in front of the whole house. Everybody saying that it wasn't right what he did and all this. And then they kept pushing my buttons. So I blew my cool, and they sent me back to the box.
What happened when you blew your cool? You ended up tweaking out on one of the police or something?
Yeah, I got to the police. And they sent me to the box. And then from there, they sent me to I went to Comstock, and then I went to Washington. And from Washington, I got work release. I went down to Queensboro. But that's when they was getting everybody on work release. That's when the bodies, everybody was getting work release. They was getting that shit out like water back in '93.
Yeah, that was the last year that shit was going down. Because once Pataki came in office, it was a wrap.
Yeah, it was a stick. They messed it up with those.
I met some of everybody in Queensboro, bro. They let everybody loose. It didn't matter if you had bodies, robberies, whatever. You was going to Queensboro, man.
Yeah. 93. Yeah. That's a fact.
Yeah, so you just did. So what you did? You just CR'd off of that joint and went home.
I came home. I went to they sent me down to work leave before I even go to the board or anything. They sent me down to work leave. I was at work leave for a while, and then I ended up getting violated after a while. I violated work release, and they sent me back up. I went up to Bear Hill. I was like the youngest. I was like the youngest dude in Bear Hill back then. This was like the end of '93. This is the '93. I went up to Bear. They sent me to Bear Hill, and I made the board. My first board. When I went to the board, when I went in there, I don't know. I looked at young son back then. They was like, "Yo, it's like you. How old are you?" I made my first board. Went home. Yeah. And then that's when in '95 is when I ran back in Sunshine to my comrade Sunshine in the Beacon. Yeah. I ended up coming back to. We saw each other in the hallways in the Beacon. First thing we did, we saw each other, started laughing because we could. It's like that recidivism shit. Like we both went home, and first time we see each other getting right here.
Like we both told each other we was never coming back because it was
never coming back to prison.
Like I ain't never coming back. This whack, you know the lingo back then. And then we see each other the whole way in the Beacon. And then I was laughing like, oh, yo, we back.
Yeah, man. But it's a blessing to be out here. Been out here with all these years. We both been home for decades now. Been over 20 years. Like, you know what I mean? It's a blessing to be out here. And, that's what it's going to be. That's what it is, man. Take care of our families.
That's what we're doing. It's crazy that you say that because when we reconnect back with this social media thing, when I came off my man, I just kept seeing your growth and your development. And I was just like, yo, see, sometimes you have to, for those that's gonna be listening, it's not always about the rah-rah, man. You got good brothers that go to prison, make bad decisions, but once you learn from it, and you take all your experience and you turn that into just being a strong black man out in America, man, it's so much better. And there's so many more opportunities. Brothers ain't got to look over their shoulder. Brothers got good wives at home, children. And you're just able to sit back and chill. You know what I'm saying? And everybody had to go through their rah-rah. We come from the hood. We gonna go through that. But it's how you finish the race.
That's right.
I truly see that my brother, my comrade, we was young. We didn't even really know nothing about life when we met. And I see the way he is developed into a very inspirational brother. I tell you that all the time.
Yeah, we tell each other, you inspire me too. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? And it's a true testament of how a man could go through all of that and still change his life. And I definitely stand beside you at 16. I stand beside you now.
That's right.
You definitely inspired me. You know what I mean? Since I've been on the inspired me to, get with a good woman, have children, to get the streets, leave all that nonsense alone. And you used to talk about that before. You used to talk that's 30 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to see your growth and development and see that you actually did it, that just goes to show you that you can put a dream together at 16 and still make it.
Wow.
And I salute you for that, because I tell you this all the time, beloved man, whether it's, we talk on the phone, we've been on the gram together, we've been on Facebook, I always tell you, man, you inspired me. And from another man to another, I don't have no hang-ups about that. I'm getting it from that.
I appreciate that.
Definitely, man. Definitely. All right. He's 16. Yes, he wish he would have went home a little earlier. But think about it, if he would have went home a little early, he might have wouldn't have learned his lesson.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And we all know how Brooklyn was in the 90s.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Look at. I don't know what's going on with Perth, but look, you know, bless his soul. Look at Esau. He was decent brothers that we was together every day.
Decent. Oh, that was my boy.
Yeah, shout out to Percy. Son is from my projects.
Yeah, Percy. Yeah, Percy was my guy too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man.
Percy. That's a fact.
Yeah, he really was.
That's my guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
You brought back so many memories, though, Chaz. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Like, this will help me just talking about this because it's like, you know, we had experiences together that helped us grow. You know what I'm saying? We learned from all that.
Yeah. And I appreciate you, man, because you definitely got me on track since I came home. Because I still had my foot in the other side, but I just kept seeing you. I'm seeing your happiness. You kept smiling. I kept seeing you around good people. And that's when I just started hitting. You remember I just started hitting?
Yeah.
Like, you know, keep it behind me. You know what I'm saying? Because if I can look and see, I started this thing out with you.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Whatever in betweens, I remember our conversations very vividly, you know? And you wasn't no negative individual, man, but you wasn't having it either. You know how Brooklyn do it. You wasn't having it. However, it was just like, for some reason, man, we just kept bumping. And you know, people come into your life for seasons and reasons.
That's a fact.
Let's keep bumping. I'm like, there's a reason why. And it came about where you was able to establish yourself based on the things that you said years ago, before I was. So, but you told me this. Mm-hmm. I'm like, look, he's developing that life skill right now before my eyes. I gotta be down with that. You know? If he could do it, I could do it.